Hey guys, what's up? It's Charlie here, and today we're going to be looking at 10 amazing things you didn't know about yourself. We all think we know ourselves, but how well do we really know our own capabilities and about how we work as humans? Here are some amazing things you didn't know you could do and ways to find out surprising facts about yourself. This video is in collaboration with our friends over at The Richest, so be sure to check out their amazing video at the end. Coming in at number 10, we have predicting weather. It's a joke that weather on TV or in the newspaper is always wrong. Sometimes it seems it's best to just look out the window to get an accurate forecast. But what if I told you that you can predict the weather? More specifically, your body can predict the weather. This is because before bad weather hits, the pressure in the atmosphere drops dramatically. Thanks to this, the temperature changes, and this causes the tissue inside your body to expand. This swelling inside your body is why we sometimes get muscle pain. If you're very young, you may only notice achy joints a little. But if you're older or have a condition like arthritis, you'll be able to notice this very clearly. The temperature and weather have a huge effect on your body, and it allows you to see whether bad weather is coming or not. Next up is sexuality. It's not known whether people are gay or straight thanks to their environment, their brain, their hormones they were given as a baby, or if they're just born that way. But there is one way to kind of tell if you're gay or straight according to your body. This is an interesting experiment you can do right now or do to other people. If your ring finger is longer than your index finger, this means you were exposed to a lot of testosterone in the womb. This is true for men and women, but obviously men have far more testosterone than women. There are many meanings which come from having high and low amounts of testosterone. For example, if you're a man with a longer index finger than your ring finger, you have far less chance of heart issues. And it also means that you have a higher probability of being gay. On the flip side, if your ring finger is bigger than your index finger, then you're more likely to have mental health issues. And you're also more likely to be straight. Measure up your fingers and you can find out some pretty interesting stuff about yourself. Next up is LUNULA. Look at your fingernails. Do you notice a weird white semicircle on them? If you have them, you may have seen them before and wondered, what is that? Well, if you do have them, then this is good news, as there are some things having them can reveal. The semicircles are called lunulas, and they're really fascinating. They're thicker than the rest of your fingernail, which is why they're white. They hide blood vessels on your fingers and make you look more attractive. If you don't have them, then you likely have slow digestion, which means you have a higher chance of being overweight. Also, if they're not there, your body may be full of toxins which can make you tired and ill. This could lead to poor performance at work, which is why some say the lunula can tell if somebody's going to be rich or poor. If you have a lunula, then this is a good sign. But those without are more prone to diseases, so watch out if you don't have one. Next up is nice sweat. I bet you've never thought of your own sweat as nice. It smells bad, so what could possibly be nice about that? Well, what if I told you that the liquid that comes out of your body called sweat is not what makes that smell? In fact, sweat is odorless. So, why does it smell so bad? When you sweat, bacteria are formed which feed on your sweat. The more you sweat, the more bacteria shows up to eat it. The bacteria then creates waste from your sweat, just as humans do after they eat. So what you're really smelling is poop from bacteria. So next time somebody complains about you smelling bad, just blame the bacteria. This may sound nasty, but hey, at least any bad smells don't come directly from your body. Coming up next is invincible. We all feel pain from time to time, but a fact you didn't know about yourself and may not believe is that you're actually incredibly tough to the point of nearly being invincible. You might be thinking, how could this be if I freak out every time I stub my toe? But there's actually an amazing explanation for this. If your body is in excruciating pain, your brain can flip a switch to turn the pain off. One woman named Amy Rosina fell from a building and had bones coming out of her body, but she only felt minor pain. This is because in your brain there's a pain toggle which makes you feel pain. So you may be asking, why have pain at all? Well, it's very important we feel pain, otherwise we would destroy ourselves. We need to know when to stop putting our hands on the hot stove. Also, you need to feel pain to know if you're ill or not feeling well. That is why, surprisingly, doctors will tell you it's a good thing to have a low pain threshold. Next up is tongue print. We all know about fingerprints on our fingers, and much like a snowflake, every fingerprint is unique. This is why police make prints of them to identify people with. But what if I told you they could do the exact same thing with people's tongues? Your tongue actually has a unique print too. You can't see them as clearly as fingerprints, but trust me, they're there. I doubt these will be used to unlock any secret doors or at crime scenes anytime soon, unless the criminal decides to lick all over the crime scene. However, one thing tongue prints can do is identify people who have passed away. When a body shows up in a coroner's office, they can use this along with DNA to reveal its identity. So keep your tongue in good shape, as it could come in handy one day. Coming up next is going in your sleep. We all know how annoying it is getting up in the night to pee, but have you ever noticed your body never wakes up for you to poop at night? This is no coincidence, and there's a very interesting explanation as to why. It may surprise you to hear that your body simply won't let you go at night. This is because the neutrons in your gut are what make you need to go, but it's those same neutrons in your gut that fall asleep. And they fall asleep when you do, so you're really in control of your own gut. Because the neutrons are asleep, they can't sense if you need to go or not. However, after you've woken back up, the neutrons in your gut will also wake back up, and this will make you need to go again once you're up. If only we couldn't pee at night, that would save a lot of getting up. Coming up next is back dimples. If you have back dimples, this is a very good thing. What it does is create great circulation around the pelvis area. This means your body will always be in the right places and things will work smoothly. This is of course good for your body in general, but it's also good for another reason. Many people think this is a myth, but if you have back dimples, you will have a better love life. This is in fact true and has been confirmed by science. The circulation means your body parts are all in the right places, so you'll be able to make love far easier. Of course, you don't need back dimples in order to make love, but they really do help. This was written about by many magazines back in the day, but everyone thought it was a myth. Maybe those without back dimples were just jealous. Next up is old people smell. We've all heard of that old people smell, but most assume this is just younger people being nasty to older people. However, studies show that older person smells are actually a real thing. If you've ever smelled an older person, you may have smelled this. But it's not only older people who have this smell. Believe it or not, babies also have this smell. So the oldest and youngest people have a very distinctive smell. This is because of your body and how it works when it's not grown up yet. And for old people, their bodies work differently as they age. This causes that different smell that many people don't realize. Next up is waterworks. When you feel pain, you might try not to cry. Lots of men who feel the need to be macho hold back the tears. But this actually makes the pain worse. That's right, you get punished by your body for being so vain. This also releases stress from your injury, making you feel a lot better. Tears also contain endorphins, which are used to numb pain. So when you cry, you're basically crying aspirin. One monk claims to have harnessed the power of crying and can do things that seem very painful without feeling anything at all. This is because he can cry so much in a way to totally numb all pain. So don't feel too cool or too masculine to cry, as this will cause a whole lot more pain. That's right, don't be afraid to let the waterworks flow next time you get hurt. As always, thanks for watching. If you liked this video, then be sure to check out 10 amazing siblings you've never seen until now by The Richest. And while you're over there, be sure to comment, share, and hey, why not subscribe to their channel too?